How are you getting on, lads? You well?
Yeah, we're good. We're very good, actually. But before we kick things off and start talking about a bit of ruggers, have you and Jim made up yet after you came on our live show in Dublin? Because you were sworn enemies, weren't you?
We follow each other on social. That's friends, isn't it, Dev?
Exactly. I follow all your stories. I follow everything now. I think we're really good mates now.
Yes. Yes,
they are stories. Jim has a lot of stories that are absolute horseshit. So I actually need to know if the beef was real, because you put him in a mess, didn't you, in that, was it Ireland Wolfhounds against Scotland Saxons or whatever it is?
Many years ago. Many years ago, yeah.
Oh, so is that what happened? I mean, I can't remember what happened. Hey, I know that my career went upwards off the back of our kerfuffle.
I know that the rivalry stuff that we've had over the years has just made me the player that I am today. You know what I mean,
mate? You said it. I knew. Exactly. I knew it. That's what I've always said, Big Dev. That was the case. So
just
thank you.
Just made me want to strive for more, get better and better. You know what I mean,
mate? That's what Paul O'Connell did for you, and that's what I'm just going to speak about myself in the third person. That Jim Hamilton did for you as well. So you are welcome, Big Dev. But look,
I really appreciate it, Jimbo.
It's not about me. It's all about you. Just talk to us about how you are. I know it was a tough summer, and that's been well documented. But you're playing very very well for Leinster. But how are you, mate?
Oh, I'm grand. Yeah, I'm loving it, to be honest. Yeah, like I'm pretty much over that. There's been a lot said and a lot done about a lot of stuff. But yeah, pretty much over it, and had a really good start to the season now, and we're going really well in the league, and we're going really well in Europe now. So haven't lost a game yet. So it's going pretty well for this at the minute. And
it's the first time that we've spoken to you since the World Cup and everything like that. And actually, to be fair to Jim, we thought that you should have got picked, obviously. You're behind Rory Best. I think you're the most capped player under Joe Schmidt's era in terms of starts that he's given out. So just can we rewind the clock a bit? How did you find out? What, were you given reasons, or because it was a bit of a shock to everyone?
Yeah, it came down to the Sunday night where he was ringing everyone saying he wasn't going. It was a complete shock. I suppose he rang me on the Sunday night. I saw his name come up, and I couldn't believe his name coming up on the phone, to be honest. But he basically said they needed the tight headlock, to be honest, and he said it wasn't a specialised tight headlock, and that I didn't really show much, I suppose, in the preseason games. He said it was coming off the back of an injury, and he said just kind of the fitness and the games weren't up to scratch, to be honest.
And I've been in a similar position before in 2015. I was quite spoken about it without going over old news, because we are here to kind of look forward and how well Leinster are playing. How was the support around your family and stuff like that? I know no one died, but I mean, it is a big thing, isn't it? The World Cup for kind of any player. But how was it received? The club, your family, your mates?
Oh, everyone was absolutely brilliant about it. Everyone was absolutely brilliant about it. Like the support from the family were brilliant, but I think one of the main things for me was being able to stay home and not be away for 7 or 8 weeks. So I got to stay at home with Mary and Max, and I suppose it's just a breath of fresh air being able to stay at home with them. Like obviously it's hard seeing everything over there and seeing all the lads on social media and seeing everything they're doing. But I think everyone, the support network I had from Leinster, from my family, friends, were absolutely brilliant.
And your relationship with Joe? Sorry, I'm clearing my throat.
Haven't spoke to him since, to be honest. But yeah, no, sure.
And then just going back now, obviously, there's been a bit of news broken over the last sort of week or so with David Nucifora talking about a bit of criticism for Schmidt and what Rory Best said about being overcoached sometimes and too much detail. Best is an absolute legend, obviously, and Joe Schmidt had a wonderful tenure as head coach. Where did you sit in that detail of overcoaching, undercoaching, and the impact that some of the coaches have had on you?
Yeah, the detail that Joe has brought to the game has worked for Ireland and Leinster since he's been in Ireland. You know what I mean? And it has worked for my game, I suppose, because I'm kind of quite detail oriented about line out calls and know where I need to be and know where I don't need to be. But I think there's a balance that needs to be there over the detail and being able to play off the cuff, which I suppose probably wasn't there as much as I can. But again, I wasn't in the World Cup camp, so I can't really comment too much about what they were doing over there. But all I can say was before, obviously when I was in the camps before, we did a lot of detail, I suppose.
And then moving forward for this Ireland squad, you personally clearly want to get back into the team. There's obviously a load of changes with the coaches and some of the personnel as well. Where's Ireland as a kind of nation now going into the Six Nations? and the support of the public and the media around, what's been said over there.
Yeah, I think like it's going to be interesting going into the Six Nations. Like again, I'm putting my hand up for selection. I don't think I'm done with Ireland. I think it's going to be a new test with Andy coming in as head coach now. But I think there's going to lads are going to want to get over the World Cup, and fans and supporters are as well. So it's going to be exciting going into the Six Nations, I suppose. I think we're going to have one camp coming up, in over Christmas for a day or two. So it'll be interesting to see, I suppose, who's picked and who brought in for that, I suppose. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be an exciting time when Six Nations comes around, as it always is. Like.